here? It's bound to have attracted a huge crowd.
You got to
I mean, it's bound to be something pretty special. After all, it costs £38,500, and that's £9,000 more than the top-of-the-range 330 Ci Sport. Is that it? Well, it certainly doesn't look that different on the outside. So how are the neighbours going to know I've spent all that extra money? Ah, well, there's a nice little clue. So if the answers aren't on the outside, they must be under the skin. The aluminium skin. And the first hint that there's something very special under that lightweight bonnet comes with this M5 style warm-up sequence.
We have ignition sequence start.
The orange sectors on the rev counter go out progressively as you're driving around, which lets you know when the engine has reached its full working temperature. This is obviously a high-tech power plant. And to keep its output under control, it has more defence mechanisms than a Tornado jet fighter. For starters, the fly-by-wire throttle has two modes. One for around town, which needs plenty of movement to open it up, and another sharper sport mode for instant action. Then, of course, there's the DSC, the CBC, and the plain old TC. Target! No, I mean traction control. All these clever little regulators stop you spinning, sliding or skidding any of the wheels, however ham-footed a driver you might be. So as we head out into the country, I'll leave all my backups switched on for the moment. But as the engine is now up to full operational temperature, I'll simply sharpen the throttle response at the press of a button and begin to learn what this M3 is all about. Indeed, if like me you thought the 231 bhp in the 330i was impressive, then the 343 horsepower this M3 has will blow you away. And to cope with it, BMW have provided a state-of-the-art limited slip differential, so that traction control is rarely needed on dry roads. Even uneven surfaces fail to loosen the M3's grip. But the worst bumps do send shockwaves up your spine as the sport suspension tries to find that optimum balance between road holding and comfort. But with seats which have adjustments which quite literally hug you to death, and a cabin layout as relaxed and refined as this, it's a minor moan. The cross-country ability of this M3 is simply awesome. It's no longer a sports saloon, not even a sports coupe. It's moved the 3 Series into the GT category. With its radically revised version of BMW's fabled straight-six engine, it'll whisk you to 60 in 4.8 seconds and take you to 100 in 11.5. And it's got competition-inspired brakes which stop it from 60 in a staggering 2.6 seconds. Once you've brought it to a standstill, you can begin to appreciate the M3's subtle styling cues. The M-style door mirrors, the special 18-inch rims, wider, flared arches hiding a wider track, a deeper front spoiler, a discreet power bulge in the bonnet, distinctive 4-pipe exhaust, and of course, the little badge on the boot. But now, for diesel lovers, it's time to make the tea. Yes, if you've got an ounce of adrenaline anywhere in your body and you're lucky enough to own one of these, wait till you nearly need a new set of tyres and then join a track driving day, because this is where the M3 is born to be. The throttle remains in sport mode, the DSC is off, and the smile just gets wider and wider. It just amazes me that you now have a road car that can become a track car without any compromises. With this limited slip differential, I can turn in, punch the throttle, kick the tail out, and then just power slide it out of the corner. And through this downhill sweep here, the M3 just seems glued to the road. So good is its change of direction, its positive handling, and the brakes, even after several laps that would normally see a road car's pads smoking to oblivion, are still as good as new. Plenty of rubber left. A few more laps, I think.